How y'all doing? I hope everything is going well for y'all. Everything is good with me. Okay, today I really want to talk about something that is very, very, very important for a lot of people that is going through. Um, it's called I'll make sure I get it right. PTSD. You know what that is? It's post traumatic stress disorder. I have that because I had lost 3 children, and I I have that, and I was to tell my family, that I have this going on with me, and they were like, you know, some of my family was like, oh, like, how did you get that? You're not born with it. You're not born with it. You're just not born with it. For me, losing my 3 children, that's how I got PTSD. It was traumatic for me. And I want to talk about it, okay? It's nothing to be ashamed of or anything. Because me, myself, I knew that I was spiraling out of control to where I was like, didn't want to go outside, didn't want to be around people. A lot of people was scared of crowds, you know. I mean, before this happened, I was totally different. I was like everywhere. But now that the PTSD I have, it's I can't really explain to you. Like, it is something that you never want to go through, but it's dramatic. It's seeing something or feeling something or something that happened to you, and it happened to me. So people, my family, and did not understand like what I was going through, you know. But this because I was hiding it actually. Yeah, yeah, I was hiding it, and just let me. I'm gonna tell you a story. I'm gonna tell you a couple of stories. I will tell you a couple incidents that happened to me. Like when I would go see my family in Jersey. I was born there and I was raised there. That's where I was born and raised. But I moved to Brooklyn. But for some reason, when I would go there, I had to come back. Like for real. Like I had to come back. I can't spend a night there. It's something about Jersey, where I'm from. I can't spend a night there. I don't know what it is, y'all, but I just cannot stay there. I would literally start crying and freak out, like for real. That's the disorder I have, you know, and being around like crowds, like not just like any crowd, like go to, like the markets, not like that. Like if I see a suspicious crowd, I would like back up and get scared. Like for real, my heart would be pumping, and I didn't know what to do. So what I did for myself, I knew that I needed help. So I said, let me go see a psychiatrist or a therapist. And people feel that anyone that goes see a psychiatrist, and I see this here, y'all, like for real. I'm gonna explain this. I see this every day on television, watching certain things. People just say, oh, this person is crazy. Oh, like if something was to happen, they go, well, this person was going to see a psychiatrist. So is the first thing they think of is that you're crazy. Something in your mind is just crazy. It's not true. It is not true. Everybody know that's not true. Anybody can go see a psychiatrist. Like for real. You can go see a psychiatrist because of your finances, uh, you not having a job, or you just, it could be anything. Anybody can see a psychiatrist. And I'm not ashamed that I see one. I'm not crazy. I wasn't born crazy. Like that's ridiculous. If I was born that way, like, hey, no. I have post traumatic stress syndrome. You understand? That's what I have. So anyway, let me just tell you one of the incidents that happened to me. One day I had went to the store, and like I said, I don't like crowds. So not crowds like that, suspicious crowds. It's in my mind. That's why I call it post-traumatic stress syndrome. Okay, I was coming home, and it was like a big crowd, and I was like, I don't want to walk that way. I want to go the other way. So now I want to go walk the other way, but not knowing where I was at. I could see where I'm at. I can't explain. Like, I could see where I'm at, but I just didn't know when I walked over what was going on. So now I'm standing there, and I'm going to cross the street because I'm going to go home. So now I'm hearing like cars is just like beeping, like beeping every time. I was like, damn, like, mad people just beeping at me. I was just like, is it because I look good? You know, like, it was beeping at me. I ain't gonna lie. I was thinking at my mom, like, I, everybody was beeping at me. So it was crazy. So happened, these two police officers walked up to me and they was like, yo, what you doing? And I was like, I ain't doing nothing. They was like, you can't cross here. And I'm like, why? And they was like, yo, this is the Williamsburg Bridge. And I'm like, huh? I see across the street. I live right there. Like, they was like, no, this here is the way. That's why they was beeping at you, because you can't cross here. So I was like, that shit was crazy. So they was like, yo, come with me. And it was so embarrassing. I don't know what happened. It was like, it was the beginning of the, you know, I guess for them to go onto the bridge. I wasn't on the bridge. I was just like, I should have walked too far up. Even though you could see across the street, it was just that, it was crazy. So anyway, y'all, that's one of the incidents that happened to me. So anyway, now I'm going to this therapist, this psychiatrist. It was a nice guy, you know. He was talking to me, you know, and let me talk out, you know, how what I'm going through, how I'm feeling, you know, and stuff like that. And I would let him know, you know. And when you go to a psychiatrist, you actually really like open up more, and because that's between you and that psychiatrist. So anything you say, it's not gonna come out. Don't worry. Anything you say, it could be other things happening to your life. You can say what you want to say. So I was going to this place for like 5 years. Like 5 years. Yeah, that long. Remember, I lost 3 children, so so anyway, I would go to this psychiatrist every month, and you see a therapist. You see a therapist. But with him, I didn't see a therapist. I would just see him. Everybody that go there would just see them. So this man, this doctor, he was, like I said, he was a really nice guy. This doctor would be late all the time, like for real. Well, I'm gonna turn this off, cause y'all know me and this air conditioner. So I would go see him every month, and I took my cousin with me like one time, and she was like, "Girl," and I was like, "Yo, chill," like, cause I only gonna be like 15 minutes, 10 minutes. That's it. I ain't need to be in there for no. It depends on how I feel that day or whatever. So he would come late all the time. Like, dang, like you gotta start coming on time. But he works in a hospital, so we have to understand that. So just so happened one day, my husband had drove me there, so he was like, "I'll wait for you," because he was off that day. So when I got there, it was pretty crowded, but it goes fast. So they were saying that he wasn't in. So he wasn't in, like, so people like, what? You know, they need their medication. Some people was taking certain type of medication. I was taking medication. Listen to the medication I was taking. I could not sleep. So that's the only thing I would say. That's it. Nothing else. Because remember, people come to see a psychiatrist for different things. Some people have really, really mental problems, mental illnesses, or whatever like that, and they need the medicine. I wasn't there for that. I was there because I had post traumatic stress syndrome. So I just needed to sleep because I wouldn't go to sleep at night. I would have a lot of nightmares or whatever. So, like I said, he didn't come in that day. So what happened was he had another doctor that stepped in. So when he had called my name, I had went back there, and we're gonna call him Dr. John. So anyway, this doctor, really, being that my other the psychiatrist was absent, he stepped in, and really he's just supposed to, if he want to ask you questions or whatever. When you go to this guy, they don't really ask you questions. You talk. But I knew something was kind of off, with this guy. He was big too. He was a big guy. So he had opened my chart, right? So I see he was going through my chart. So I was like, yo, what the hell? In my mind, I'm going, what the hell? So he was saying, like, oh, I see here that you you go to Sloan Kettering. And I was like, okay. But why are you even reading that? That has nothing to do with why I'm here. Like, it was just throwing me off. So anyway, he was saying, like, you really need to, like, go because you can get cancer. This is before I had cancer. So this is what he said. So I was just like, dude, I go to my doctor, so you ain't got, you don't need to be reading that. Like, that's ridiculous. So he said to me, he was like, you just not understanding, what I'm saying to you. So I'm like, excuse me, I'm going to see my doctor, like, next month. Why are we even talking about this? I don't even know what the hell is going on right now. I'm thrown off now. Like, this has never happened. So he said, well, you need to go and get yourself checked. So I was just like, bro, I just told you. Like, why did you even talk about this? Like, can I just leave? So he was like, no, do you understand what I'm saying to you? And this freaking doctor, y'all, let me just make one thing clear. For some reason, that day, I don't usually wear a dress. Uh-uh. If it is, it's long or whatever, but I had a dress on that day. And he went like this to me. You need to get yourself checked. And he pulled my shirt. So I said, don't ever do that again. Why I did that, y'all? This guy jumped here like in a, the chair at the desk, with the wheels on it. He pushed it and he jumped up. And when he jumped up, I jumped up, right? So he was like, you're not understanding what I'm telling you. You need to get, now this is what this guy's doing. So I'm tripping, right? So I'm just standing there like this, y'all. I'm like, so I was just like, what is you talking about? So now my body breaks down. Like, I just get, I don't know, I just went into a trance. Like, I just was like standing there. So he was like, I know y'all not going to believe this, but it happened. And I'm opening up to y'all and let you know what happened to me. Because you have to understand, some situations people will take advantage of. So now he was like, I need to check you. Check my breast. I know y'all, I know it sounds crazy, but you have to understand. I felt, let me just explain this. I felt like if I didn't do what he says, that he could put me in the hospital. This is what I'm thinking, y'all. Listen, this is just what I'm thinking. I know y'all probably sitting there going, that's crazy, whatever. This is me. I'm telling you. I'm opening up to you and I'm telling you. Because I want people to understand your rights, what should happen, and I did not understand what was going on here. So now, instead of me fighting him back and just leave, I mean, I wouldn't beat him anyway, but I didn't want to fight him because being that I see it, this is in my mind, being that I see a psychiatrist, he can lie and say that I attacked him and he could hurt me. Like, for real. This is what I'm thinking, right? So now he takes this, it's a white jacket behind the door. He takes the jacket and he throws it at me. And he said, I have to examine you. Now, the white jacket he threw was a doctor's jacket. You know the white jackets they use. But whoever jacket that was, I know y'all, this sounds ridiculous. Y'all probably saying this girl is stupid. It happened. Remember, my mind was clouded. So now I pushed this. He was, okay, let me explain. He walked out. This is not an examining room, but they do have like a little table there. So he walked out, but he did not close the door all the way. You know how you stand up? You know how you stand somewhere and you like got your hand here? So you can see this much inside of there. Right. So now in my mind I'm saying, just run. You know what I'm saying? Just get out of here. And I didn't do it. So now I changed it into this little white jacket. Whoever owns this jacket, it has to be a small person because this thing was small. And it came all the way up. So now he comes back inside. So I know this sounds crazy, y'all. I have never been checked in that place ever. I know I feel embarrassed telling y'all this, but I want you to understand. I want people to learn. I want people to learn that this is not okay. So now he was like, get up on the table. It's an examining table, but it's small. So now it's high. The examining table is high. So I'm only 4'11". So I need something to stand on to get on this table. So now I'm standing in front of the table. This is the table in front of me. So I'm standing there. So evidently he was like right behind me because I can feel the heat from his body. So now I turned around like real fast and I'm still trying to get on his table and he's just standing there. He's just standing there. The monster's just standing there. So I tried to get up on the table and hold this stupid jacket at the same time. But it was, I'm 4'11". I just couldn't do it. So I finally made it on the table. But what happened was when I made it on the table, my jacket had got caught in the back of me like that. So now I'm fixing the jacket. I'm pulling it so it can close, right? So now I'm looking at him dead in his face because now I know like this is this can't be happening to me. So now he pulls this side right here. He takes the jacket and he pulls it very, very slow open. Okay. So now he takes his hand like this. Yeah, it was like this. And he went like this. And he was feeling my breath. So now I already know this is crazy. So everything I was feeling inside came out. And I just started crying hysterically. So when I started crying hysterically, he ran. When I say he ran, he ran. All right. I'm going to end this, and it's going to be a part 2. Okay, y'all? Because this is got some layers to it. Please don't judge me. Like I said, I lost 3 children, and I do have post PD PTSD, post traumatic stress syndrome. So please don't judge me. I'm trying to educate you on things that a lot of people don't know because evidently I did not know. So I'm going to leave it here and I'm going to see you on part 2 of this situation that I went through. All right, y'all. Part 2 will be coming up. Hit that like button and subscribe. All right. Peace.